Hi, welcome back to my channel Christian Faith and Fiction. My name's Lou. Today I just want to do a quick video to talk about my October TBR. This is a pretty loose term, to be read books. This is more like the books that I quite like to read rather than the ones I'm definitely going to read, because I never really know until I get there what I'm going to want to pick up first, and if I put myself under pressure I tend to end up reading less rather than just picking up what I want to. But I do like to plan ahead and just think of some things that I like to read. So let's just have a look at that list. I think I've got at least one book that I'm still going to be reading from September into October. So that will be Influential by Jo Saxton, because I'm taking my time with that one. And then I've got 3 audiobooks that I'd like to get to, so I've started all of them, like I've done a couple of chapters of each one. So the first one is In the Shadow of Croft Towers by Abigail Wilson, which is a Regency, I'm not sure if it's a romance, mystery, suspense, something like that. Regency is like Jane Austen period, and the first couple of chapters starts off with this young lady who is travelling in a coach to Croft Towers to become a companion to an older lady there, and she wants to find out a bit about her past while she's there. And on the way there, their carriage gets attacked by highwaymen, and she's left kind of out in the rain. She ends up eventually at Croft Towers, and when she gets there she finds that she recognises one of the guests that's staying there as one of the highwaymen. So I think this is going to have some intrigue and definitely some mystery and secrets about what's going on at Croft Towers, as well as her own story. Then I've got the audiobook of Peter Pan, and I've seen the film, I think the live action film a few years ago, and probably the Disney cartoon version. I feel like I'm familiar with all the characters, and yet I've never read the book. So I've listened to the first couple of chapters of that one as well, and it sounds like it's going to be quite quirky, British, eccentric kind of humour. Already made me giggle, because it just sounds, very satirical. So I think I'm going to like that one. Leading on from that, there's the book Dust by Kara Swanson, which is, I'm not sure that it's a Peter Pan retelling, but it's maybe one that follows on from Peter Pan. It is published by Enclave, which is supposed to be a Christian fantasy publisher. Sometimes I think it's possibly difficult to tell between what's a Christian fantasy and a clean fantasy. Where does the Christian element come in? I'm not quite sure in some of them. So I don't know how they're going to get that into this particular story, or whether it's just going to be a clean one, which would be great in any case. But the first couple of chapters I read of this, it starts off with Peter Pan is in London. He's stuck in London. I think they might all be stuck in London, but he's on the run from the Lost Boys, who are trying to capture him, kill him, not sure. Him and Tiger Lily are running around London being chased by the Lost Boys. And then there's this other character called Claire, who has when she gets emotionally upset, irritated, angry, she starts to produce dust in her skin, and she doesn't know what it is. She thinks it's a skin condition, but she's not sure. And I'm kind of guessing that, given what I know about Peter Pan, that's going to be something more of a magical thing. If you're familiar with Peter Pan and Tinkerbell particularly, then dust might mean something to you, but I don't know if that's what the direction it's going to take. I kind of hope it will, though. So it sounds like this first book is like an urban fantasy crossed with a magical realism kind of book. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that one goes, and I'm really excited that they had the audiobook, because I don't think that publisher usually gets audiobooks coming out. So yeah, that's good. And then I also have another book that I started on holiday that I've read, again, the first 3 chapters of, and that's The Lady and the Lionheart by Joanne Biscoff. This is a historical romance set in a circus, and follows one of the circus men whose daughter is very ill, and the nurse who is helping to attend to her at the beginning, and I don't quite know where it's going to go from there, but I know it's going to be a historical romance, so that will be good. This is a library large print copy, so I don't know if the normal cover looks slightly different, but I'm pretty sure the image is the same. And then I've got some other books that I'd like to read, but you know, I'm not going to read this many books. But other books that I'd quite like to get to soon would be A Portrait of Loyalty by Rosanna M. White, which is the third book in the Codebreaker series. This one I might leave till November, but I'd like to get to that one. And then another one that I want to get to is North or Be Eaten by Andrew Peterson, which is the second book in the Wingfeather saga. So I've read a couple of chapters of that one as well. So I've been in the habit of reading a couple of chapters and putting books down because I need to finish other books. But that then makes me want to read those books I've started. So yeah, in October coming up, I will have hopefully a recent reads video and the new releases for November and December. And also I think I'm going to try and do one on NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, which is in November, which I think I would like to take part in. I might do one on writing fiction and the benefits of that other than being published, because I don't think that is talked about enough, and it's something that I am trying to get back into. And at some point I need to do a video on the sequels that I haven't read yet, because as you can see from that, I've got a couple there. I've got several series, I think, so I might do a video on that one at some point. But until next time, I hope you are having a good reading month. Let me know what you plan to read in October down in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you again. Bye!